Antioxidants. When an atom, molecule, or ion has an infected electron, it is unstable and is called a free radical. Free radicals are produced all the time as your cells convert glucose to energy. But damage to mitochondria, a subunit of cell found inside most of the cells of your body, can also lead to increased production of free radicals. And so can consuming certain substances such as fried foods, alcohol, tobacco smoke, pesticides, and air pollutants. Free radicals, because they're unstable, can cause damage to DNA and cell membranes by grabbing their electrons through a process called antioxidant. Soon the whole thing is snowballed out of control. In the meantime, all of these molecules with free radicals can perform their cellular functions properly, and you get oxidative stress. Antioxidants often work by donating an electron to the free radical before it can be damaged to other cell components. Once the electrons of a free radical appeared, the free radicals destabilize and it becomes non-toxic. Oxidative stress is believed to underlie a wide range of diseases, including cancer, diabetes, and neurological disorders such as Parkinson's and Alzheimer's disease, and to shorten lifespan. It causes high LDL levels, low density lipoprotein, the bad cholesterol, and the accumulation of plaques that can lead to heart disease. It even plays a role in the development of wrinkles. It's been known since the 1960s that free radicals accelerate the aging process, and that the reduction of free radicals can delay aging. Oh, I should control intensity of workout. That's why. The big question is whether dietary antioxidants can mitigate the damage done by oh my god. I should open a Zoom because I'm going to have a class today through the Zoom, fortunately. So while you're reading on accessing a Zoom meeting for class, and then keep reading. First save, it's good to access Zoom meeting earlier. It's still uploading. Okay, 또 이렇게 Yes, new quarter start. No more. Winter is over, actually. It is what it is. I can enjoy school life. Anyways, how can I access meeting? I don't know why. I don't know why. Please. Is there some problem? Access Zoom. Okay. Finally. Yes. Finally. Okay. Also, oxidative stress is believed to underlie a wide range of diseases, including cancer, diabetes, and neurological disorders such as Parkinson's and Alzheimer's disease, and to shorten lifespan. It causes high LDL levels, low dietary protein, the bad cholesterol, and the accumulation of flakes that can lead to heart disease. It even plays a role in the development of wrinkles. It's been known since the 1960s that free radicals accelerate the aging process and that the reduction of free radicals can delay aging. The big question is whether dietary antioxidants can mitigate the damage done by the oxidation of free radicals. The matter is further confused by the fact that there is no universal agreement among scientists about which molecules are antioxidants and which aren't. Some of the well-known substances that are often mentioned as antioxidants in retinol, vitamin A and beta-carotene, a precursor of retinol, ascorbic acid and vitamin C, vitamin E, flavonoids, and some omega-3 fatty acids. Sometimes zinc can function as an antioxidant. The definition of antioxidants can be very broad because they can act either directly or indirectly, and any substances that can detoxify free radicals might be just called antioxidants. Selenium, for example, doesn't act directly but can deoxidize in certain reactive oxygen species and through indirect actions. Tocopherol-vitamin E, on the other hand, acts directly by donating a hydrogen atom at each part as the weather mirror factor in food or a supplemental molecule can donate a hydrogen atom to free radical means that in real living organism it will and that is working like we think it should. We don't know. Recall the discussion of glucose supplement in chapter 7 on pain. Taking collagen pill might seem that it should help and encourage breakdowns in your body, but the body doesn't work like that. The same principle applies to substances in the foods we eat, such as antioxidants and cholesterol. They don't necessarily have the effect that you might think. There is modest research evidence that eating antioxidants in food is beneficial. The problem is that there have not been enough rigorous studies on antioxidant foods to draw any definitive conclusions. One recent meta-analysis found that there is no randomized and controlled trials. All studies were judged to be a modest and substantial risk of bias. There is even less evidence to support taking antioxidant supplementation. There's even less evidence to support taking antioxidant supplements. For example, one study followed nearly 40,000 women for 10 years, have randomly assigned to the take. Okay, it seems like a class start, isn't it? Or okay, I can see Professor's face. Okay, hold on. Okay, I can read more. Okay, there's even less evidence to support. Isn't it? Okay. For example, one study followed nearly 4,000 women for 10 years. Half were randomly assigned to take a vitamin E supplement and half took a placebo. After 10 years, the vitamin E hadn't significantly reduced the risk of heart disease, stroke, or cancer. The results in other randomized controlled trials within a range of antioxidant supplements, including beta-carotene, vitamins A and C, selenium, did not show reductions in cancer. For gastrointestinal cancers and 목이야. 죄송해요. For gastrointestinal cancers, the supplements can actually increase all-cause mortality. A meta-analysis reviewed the results of studies with more than 290,000 people and found no effect in antioxidant supplements in cardiovascular disease. Antioxidant supplementation might be interfering with the immune system or with the defense mechanisms responsible for the elimination of impaired cells. For some subsets of the population with a really poor diet, or for pregnant women, supplements may be helpful, but the scientific evidence is still wanting. Many supplement studies fail because they study only one supplement at a time, which doesn't mimic anything like an actual food. Actual foods can contain fiber, micronutrients, and beneficial gut bacteria that supplements lack. And at least some antioxidants and vitamin C and E have been shown to block the health-promoting effects of physical exercise. Cholesterol is a waxy substance that circulates in your blood and attaches to proteins there. Your body needs cholesterol to build healthy cells, including brain cells, and high levels in certain forms of cholesterol can increase your risk of heart disease. When cholesterol combines with the proteins and resulting molecules called a lipoprotein, low-density lipoprotein at the bad cholesterol transports cholesterol particles throughout your body.
Okay, can everybody hear me?
Cholesterol.
Yes.
High density lipoprotein. No. Cholesterol is a waxy substance that circulates in your blood and it attaches to protein there. Your body needs cholesterol to build healthy cells, including brain cells, but high levels of certain forms of cholesterol can increase your risk of heart disease. When cholesterol combines with the proteins, the resulting molecule is called a lipoprotein. Low-density lipoprotein at the LDL cholesterol transports cholesterol particles throughout your body. It can build up in the walls of your arteries, making them hard and narrow and causing arteriosclerosis. High-density lipoprotein HDL, the good cholesterol, picks and accesses cholesterol and takes back to your liver, which then removes it from your body. Unhealthy eating habits and obesity can raise your bad cholesterol levels. Lack of physical activity can lower your good cholesterol levels, and smoking does both, especially in women, by damaging the walls of your blood vessels and making them more likely to accumulate LDL deposits. LDL levels are naturally rise with age, making healthy lifestyle habits increasingly important. Especially after the age of 50, there is a genetic component as well. The rate at which bad cholesterol climbs and the ability of physical activity to increase good cholesterol are partly inherited. If adopting healthy lifestyle habits, physical activity improves, the diet doesn't optimize cholesterol levels, there are medications that can lower LDL, statins, and for extreme cases, there is a procedure called the lipoprotein apheresis, and they use a filtering machine to remove LDLs from the blood. Food labels in the United States and many other countries list the cholesterol content of those foods, but there is no scientific consensus about whether eating cholesterol-rich foods actually alters cholesterol levels in the blood. And many cholesterol-rich foods are high in necessary nutrients. You do need fats in your diet. They are a major source of energy, and they are necessary for building biologies and run the neurons and for maintaining strong, healthy cells. But not all fats are created equal. The main types are saturated fats and found in meats, eggs, and whole fat dairy products. Monounsaturated fats and found in olive and canola oil. Polyunsaturated fats and found in seeds and nuts and fish and vegetable oils. And the trans fats and found in fried food, microwave popcorn, and some commercially baked goods. Saturated fats have long been considered an enemy of heart health, but the meta-analysis in 72 studies tracking 600,000 people in 18 countries shows no association between the consumption of saturated fats and heart disease. Now, this is not a controlled experiment. It may be that the people in a study who ate saturated fat got more exercise. There may be genetic differences in the way their bodies metabolize saturated fats, but the real culprit in the analysis was in trans fats, the one found in fried foods and potato chips and other junk food. Diets high in soluble fibers are good because the fiber bonds and other collateral molecules in the digestive system and attracts them out of the body before they get into circulation. Some good sources in soluble fiber are oat milk, Cheetos and Trader Joe's oats, barley, and other whole grains and beans, including soybeans and soy milk. High fiber fruits and apples, strawberries, citrus, and pectin that contain soluble fiber, eggplant and okra, fatty fish, and liquid and vegetable oils, and nuts. Just 2 ounces of nuts a day can lower LDL by 5%. Diets in high and omega-3 fatty acids as found in fatty fish, seeds, especially chia, flaxseed, and hemp, nuts, especially walnuts and olive, and canola oils, and also lower LDL and reduce the risk of heart disease by 7%. And solid fibers and wheat bran, vegetables and whole grains are healthy because they prevent constipation and diverticulitis. The emerging picture is that the dietary consumption of fats, even saturated ones, is not the cause of heart disease, but rather inflammatory processes that cause cholesterol to bind up in artery spores. It is the alpha-linoleic acid and polyphenol and omega-3 fatty acids present in nuts and extra virgin olive oil, vegetables and oily fish that rapidly attenuate inflammation and coronary thrombosis. Calorie restriction. Calorie restricted diet. When you have easy access to food and nutrients and your physiological stress levels are low, your genes support cellular growth and reproduction. In contrast, under harsh conditions, genetic shifts toward cell maintenance and protection. A number of stressors mediate this reaction, and caloric restriction is one of the most robust and working in many species, from Western C. elegans, from mice to primates, and for years it was thought that calorie restriction merely slows down an organism's metabolism, and therefore slows down the rate at which cellular damage accumulates. It is now well accepted that calorie restriction triggers a change in a metabolic response, and in particular, downregulating of insulin. Slowing age might seem like an overwhelming challenge, and the decline is so pervasive. So it is noteworthy that when we expand the lifespans of laboratory animals, we do not have to combat individually all the problems of age, such as declining muscles and the wrinkled skin and the mutant mitochondria. Instead, we just tweak a regulatory gene, and then the animal does the rest. In other words, animals have a latent potential to live much longer than they normally do. In mammals, insulin level rise in response to the glucose, and this rise may ultimately shorten lifespan. Insulin is necessary for normal metabolism. It helps the glucose in your blood enter cells in your muscle, fat, and liver, where it can be used for energy. If your insulin levels rise in hyperinsulinemia, and it stayed that way, a host of health problems can occur, including insulin resistance and type 2 diabetes, obesity, immune system suppression, and cardio arrhythmias. Arrhythmias. Calorie restriction, because of its interaction with the insulin signaling system, appears to be good for the brain. Some of the neural benefits that are found with fasting also occur within vigorous exercise. The neurochemical changes in the similar both stimulate the production of brain-derived neurotropic growing factors. Fasting stimulates the production of ketones, an energy source of the neurons. Fasting can increase the number of mitochondria in neurons, which helps them produce more energy. There haven't been enough evolutionary studies yet for us to know whether intermittent fasting or other forms of fasting could have long-lasting negative consequences beyond the initial benefits. When you do eat, certain foods show up, and studying after studying and being helpful. These include virgin olive oil, which is rich in monounsaturated fatty acids, good fats. Consuming olive oil around 3 tablespoons a day is associated with relieving oxidative stress on cells and regulating cholesterol and anti-inflammatory activity. Cruciferous vegetables, including Brussels sprouts, broccoli, cauliflower, kale, cabbage, and bok choy, have been shown to have productive effects against many forms of cancer and can even inhibit the progression of some cancers. They do this is by initiating cellular defense mechanisms and modifying cancer-related genes. Another component of Mediterranean diet is oily fish such as sardines and anchovies. These contain the omega-3 fatty acids that are known to be essential in the development and the maintenance of the brain and the retin tissue, as well as for myelination. Taking omega-3 supplements makes little or no difference to the risk of cardiovascular events, coronary heart disease events, stroke, and heart irregularities. And it may even increase in an incidence of some cancers. Supplements is no substance for the well of the nutrients you get from the eating fruits, vegetables, and whole grains. As with all things involving diet, don't overdo it. Too much fish can raise levels of mercury and other toxins. Also, the ocean is highly huge, overfished, and soon there won't be any more in your grandkid. Has been shown to low blood pressure and thereby reducing coronary risk. But this is a complex issue. Alcohol consumption increases risk for inflammatory tumors in the mouth, pharynx, larynx, esophagus, liver, breast, colon, and rectum. It also increases in mortality in breast cancer survivors and possibly those with other cancers as well. It interferes with the sleep and dream cycles, and as saw in chapter 8 with the circadian clocks, and it can be addictive. Resveratrol has antioxidant properties in an enemy reducing hypertension, heart failure, and ischemic heart disease, and improves insulin sensitivity and reducing blood glucose levels, and high-fat diet induced obesity. However, systematic reviews and conclude that there is insufficient evidence that resveratrol supplements could prevent a disease and or extend life in humans. Many cognitive and physical benefits are claimed for a number of diets, including DASH, and the Mediterranean diets, but there is little evidence to support them. The putative causes of cognitive decline and Alzheimer's are oxidative stress and inflammation of the neural tissue and vascular problems caused by bitter and harmful substances in the circulatory system. Healthy diets and lower cholesterol and inflammation are the logical approach. Lack the evidence, and the evidence came in counter to the logic advice. The problem is the bodies and brains are complicated, There are multiple interacting factors, and we are really only one about figuring out being able to understand all the implications of even the simplest inventions.